If you have knee pain, we're going to share a simple banded knee exercise that can make a massive difference to your knee pain. It's easy to think knee pain is just part of getting older and I'll never get back to how it was, but that's simply not true. Alex and I have helped hundreds of people rebuild their knee strength and go on to move better than they have in years. And it's not because they're lucky, it's because they focus on the right things early. In fact, I'm living proof of this. I've had 8 knee surgeries and completed an Ironman just 4 weeks ago. You don't have to accept pain, you can absolutely fix it. Now, if you haven't met yet, Alex and I run New Zealand's only fitness studio for people over the age of 40. Alex is a physiotherapist with over 21 years experience, and I've been coaching and personal training for the last 13 years. A lot of the people we work with have massive knee issues, and the biggest mistake, people avoid doing the exercises they actually need. Sometimes it's fear of pain, sometimes they're not sure what's safe, and sometimes they just don't have a clear plan to follow. So instead of rebuilding strength, they hold back. The muscles weaken, and that slows everything down. So let's just jump into it. Okay team, so we're going to use a looped band like this. Okay? I find this to be the best option because it obviously when you wrap it around a post or something, it loops into itself quite nicely. Now, a lot of these bands do come with door anchors. So whatever band you get, make sure there's a door anchor for it, and it'll really be secure behind the door and it doesn't break off. But be careful when you do this, because most of you are going to be using the crease of a door or something, because if you use a chair leg or a table, there's just not going to be enough resistance, and usually the tables and chairs move. So make sure you anchor against something that's really strong, right? So the great thing about this exercise is that it makes sure that you sort of squeeze the quad muscle, but you don't put a lot of load on the knee, like when you're doing squats and lunges. So it kind of becomes a very good muscle building exercise without the irritation you would get on your knee and the downward force on your knee, all right? And I do this quite a lot when I had really bad knees. So the way we're going to set this up is that you're going to anchor it down roughly in line with Alex's knee. So if I do the band that way, it's going to go there. And it's going to, the band, Alex going to step into the band that way, and you're going to stick it just behind, right? So the other thing that I found with this exercise, if you've got like sensitive skin or anything, you could put, I don't know, like a towel or something behind your knee, and what that distributes the band a little bit, because it can be a bit sore in the back of your leg. So the other thing Alex is going to do, he can hold on to brace himself on the post in front, and he's going to put his foot back just a little bit on the ball of his foot. And when he gets to this position, his knee is bent, there's a little bit of resistance on that band. So when he puts his heel down onto the floor now and extends his knee backwards, the quad fires up, right? So you can either go a bit further back with it or use a heavier band. I prefer this option there. So his legs are close, the band is thing, and when he stamps his heel down, the quad fires up. And we know that if we can strengthen so that inner quad area, it's going to support your knee a little bit better. And when you do this, you want to be nice, slow and controlled. So as you go back slowly, you go down, you're going to hold and pause just for a second and slowly bring it back to the start position. And you're going to do about 12 to 15 reps of this exercise, right? And you should start to feel that burn in the front. By all means, if you find 15 dead easy, then either use a stronger band or do 20 reps instead, but try and get a bit of a burn on the front of that quad. And once you've done your 12 to 15 reps, okay, you're going to take a rest for 30 seconds and you're going to repeat that exercise maybe 2 or 3 more times. And if you did that 3 or 4 times across the week, this is going to be a really good exercise for strengthening those muscles up in your leg area, in your quad. You feel that working in there?
Oh, 100%. Like it is very low impact. There's no jarring going through the knee joint. That's why we utilize it in the physio clinic a lot as well for those people with sensitive knees. I can really feel it sort of activating my inner quad area. And at the same time, like I said, it is very safe. Whether you have arthritis or another knee problem, like this is generally safe for your knees.
There you go. So if you like the exercise, give it a try. Let us know, see how you get on with that, okay? But if you're looking for a bit more of a holistic plan in regards to your knees, then we've got a free guide that's been downloaded a couple of 100 times now, and we're getting some really good feedback of how effective that is, okay? So a bit of a blend of physio exercises and just some strength and exercise in there, and it's pretty safe for all areas of people. So if you want a copy of that guide, just comment knees down below and we'll send that over to you absolutely free. We're going to leave a video in the top left-hand corner there, which is a bit more of a video around strengthening your quads as well. So head over to that video and we'll see you on the next video.